Hi, everybody. My name is Chris, and today we're going to be talking about conferencing solutions that are available on your smartboards. In particular, we're going to talk about Zoom today. So to start things off, I want to mention that Zoom is available in the Smart App Store. And what does that mean? Well, you can download it and instantly install it on your board, and it's ready to go. Now, we already have a meeting going here to save some time, so I'm going to open up that meeting and show you what it looks like. What you'll notice here when you start up a meeting is you've got your standard tools that you would typically use with regards to mics, muting and unmute, starting a video, as well as sharing. So the video-wise, we could have our camera that's connected to our board and actually show video directly from the board if we wanted to do that. Of particular interest today, though, I'm going to talk about the sharing of material that's directly on my board. So I'm going to click the share icon, and I'm going to select screen share here. And what you're going to see is that everything that I'm now showing on my board at the front of class is also shown to our remote students that are also connected to this Zoom meeting. Now, what's of particular interest to this is that you get all the wealth of the tools that you would use on your smartboard at the front of class. So let's start with a whiteboard, for example. So we'll bring up a whiteboard. I can select my color. I'm going to select some fat ink here so that everybody can see it. And maybe I'm going to say, hello, class, which not only do you see at the front of class on my board, but you will also see remotely via the sharing that I'm doing now directly from Zoom from the flat panel. All of my other native tools, so the ability to erase, the ability to palm erase, tool differentiation with regards to my eraser that I can also erase, and a number of other tools with regards to our whiteboard. So let's say we want to do a class today on sunspots. So I'm going to bring up maybe a column table here. I'm going to bring in some web content. Let's take a quick look for sunspots. We could bring in videos. I'm going to bring in an image today. I'm going to resize this. I'm going to bring this over to here. And I'm going to collaborate with my students on sunspots, where we might be able to itemize out a number of things that we want to talk about with regards to sunspots. Now, the other tool that I want to talk about today is our Magic Pen that we have. And the Magic Pen has two different sides to it. It's got the ink side, and it's also got a shape recognition side. And the how you use these things is essentially to draw attention to areas that you may want your students to be looking at. So for example, if I want to talk about the sunspot here, I obviously could sit and point at it, or I could use my disappearing ink to say, this is what I want people to be looking at. Now, what you'll notice here is that this only maintains and sits there for a little bit before it goes away, which means you can constantly be writing items on your screen without needing to erase them once you're done actually talking about those components. The other piece to this pen that I would like to talk about is the shape recognition side. So specifically, if we were to draw a shape like a circle, this will now instantly give us a spotlight view of exactly what I want folks to be focusing on at this moment in time. I can reshape these. I can move it around. And I can also zoom in and zoom out if I want to. And we have the ability to do multiple shapes with this. So for example, we could do a square if we want this to be a square spotlight that I want people to be focusing on. Now, this doesn't just hold in Whiteboard. This also holds anywhere within the IQ experience. So for example, even if we're on the home screen, I could request that people pay attention only to the time. Or if we are on a web page, as we are here, again, I've got the ability to use my disappearing ink to point to things. I have the ability to spotlight on various areas. And I always have the ability to use my pen anywhere we are to give me permanent ink and all of the tools that come with that. That is our demonstration of conferencing tools specifically to Zoom. I hope you've enjoyed it.